Hey there, fellow deep feelers. Have you ever felt like you experience the world on a different frequency than everyone else? Like your internal volume knob is just permanently set a little higher? If so, you might be a highly sensitive person, or HSP. This isn't about being shy or introverted, though many HSPs are. It's about processing information deeply, feeling emotions intensely, and noticing subtleties others miss. Today, we're diving into 15 unique challenges that only an HSP truly understands. Our goal here isn't to dwell on the difficulties, but to find understanding, validation, and maybe even a little humor in our shared experiences. It's about embracing this incredible trait, not seeing it as a burden. So, let's get started and realize you are definitely not alone. First up, the classic, sensory overload. Imagine walking into a bustling mall, and instead of just hearing background noise, every single sound hits you like a physical wave. Loud noises, strong smells, bright lights, and crowded spaces can quickly become overwhelming. It's like being a human antenna, picking up every single signal in the environment. This constant bombardment isn't just annoying, it's genuinely exhausting. You might find yourself needing to escape to a quiet space just to recalibrate. For HSPs, criticism often feels less like constructive feedback and more like a personal attack. It's incredibly difficult to separate the message from the messenger, or to see it as anything other than a direct reflection on your worth. We tend to deeply analyze the tone, body language, and perceived intent behind every critical word. This isn't about being thin-skinned. It's about our brains meticulously dissecting every nuance, often leading to a spiral of self-doubt. Oh, the replay button in our brains. HSPs have a remarkable talent for replaying past mistakes, awkward moments, and perceived failures on an endless loop. It's incredibly difficult to let go of these moments, no matter how minor they might seem to others. This persistent self-criticism can feel like your brain is stuck in a cringeworthy highlight reel. We dissect every word, every action, wondering what we could have done differently, long after anyone else has forgotten. When an HSP feels, they feel. Joy isn't just happiness, it's euphoric. Sadness isn't just a down mood, it's devastating. Anger can feel profoundly unsettling and overwhelming. Our emotional spectrum is simply more vibrant and intense. This means that managing strong feelings often requires significant effort. You might find yourself needing quiet time, a good cry, or a long walk, just to process the sheer intensity of what you're experiencing. It's a full-body emotional experience. If there's one thing an HSP excels at, it's avoiding conflict. We'd much rather be the peacemaker, the mediator, or even the silent observer than engage in a heated argument. The tension and discord of confrontation are deeply unsettling. This often leads to people-pleasing tendencies, where we might apologize even when we're in the right, just to maintain harmony. The thought of upsetting someone or creating friction can be more distressing than simply giving in. Despite feeling everything so deeply, many HSPs struggle to express their emotions openly. There's often a fear of judgment, a worry that our intense feelings will be misunderstood or dismissed. We might hesitate to share our true selves. This can lead to bottling up emotions, walking around with a pressure cooker of unexpressed feelings. It's a challenging paradox, feeling so much, yet finding it hard to articulate it without feeling vulnerable or exposed. Social gatherings, especially large ones, can be incredibly draining for an HSP. We're not just participating, we're constantly processing conversations, analyzing body language, and absorbing the collective energy of the room. It's a lot of mental heavy lifting. This constant processing leads to easy overstimulation and profound exhaustion. After a big social event, you might feel an overwhelming urge to hibernate for a day or two, just to recover and recharge your depleted social battery. HSPs are masters at reading between the lines. We pick up on the most subtle micro-expressions, shifts in tone, and unspoken cues that others completely miss. It's like having a built-in lie detector and mood radar all in one. While this can be a superpower for empathy, it also leads to hypervigilance and anxiety. We're constantly trying to figure out what others really mean, what they're feeling, and if there's an unspoken tension we need to address. It can be mentally exhausting. Beyond just feeling emotions intensely, The sheer act of processing them is a full-time job for an HSP. Our brains are constantly working overtime, analyzing, categorizing, and trying to make sense of every emotional input. This continuous internal work leads to significant mental and physical drain. It often feels like our brains are constantly running a marathon, even when we're just sitting still. The effort required to manage our rich inner world is truly tiring. Many HSPs set impossibly high standards for themselves. We strive for unattainable goals, driven by a deep desire to do things perfectly and avoid any potential criticism or failure. Good enough rarely feels good enough. This often leads to feelings of inadequacy and profound disappointment when we inevitably fall short of our own lofty expectations. The pursuit of perfection can be a relentless and often unrewarding journey, leaving us feeling perpetually behind. Yes, we're the ones who might tear up at a heartwarming commercial, a beautiful piece of music, or even just a particularly touching story. Tears can be triggered by a wide range of emotional stimuli, not just sadness. This can sometimes lead to embarrassment or misunderstanding from others who don't grasp the depth of our emotional responses. It's not weakness, it's simply an outward expression of our deeply felt internal world. For an HSP, the fear of rejection can be a constant, unwelcome companion. The thought of being judged, misunderstood, or cast aside is deeply unsettling, often more so than the actual rejection itself. This deep-seated fear can make us reluctant to put ourselves out there, whether it's in relationships, career opportunities, or creative pursuits. The struggle of handling rejection can be so intense that we avoid situations where it might occur. Trying to juggle multiple tasks simultaneously can quickly trigger stress and frustration for an HSP. Our brains thrive on deep, focused processing, and being pulled in too many directions at once feels like a short circuit. We have a profound need for single-task focus to perform our best and maintain our emotional equilibrium. When forced to multitask, it's not just inefficient, it can lead to a complete mental shutdown and overwhelming emotional distress. Even when we're physically at rest, our minds are often still buzzing. HSPs struggle to truly switch off and relax because our internal processing never really stops. We're constantly reflecting, analyzing, and absorbing. This constant internal activity makes true restorative downtime a significant challenge. It's hard to quiet the mind and simply be when your brain is always running in the background, making it difficult to feel truly refreshed. Perhaps one of the most frustrating challenges is facing the common misconception that sensitivity equals weakness. We've all heard it: toughen up, don't be so sensitive, or get over it. These phrases can be incredibly invalidating. Internalizing the idea that our sensitivity is a flaw can lead to questioning our self-worth and trying to suppress a fundamental part of who we are. It's a constant battle against a world that often doesn't understand or value our unique trait. If you recognized yourself in these 15 points, take a deep breath. You are not alone, and there is nothing wrong with you. In fact, being a highly sensitive person is a profound strength, not a weakness. Your sensitivity fosters incredible empathy, allowing you to connect deeply with others and understand their unspoken needs. It fuels creativity, intuition, and a rich inner life. You notice beauty and subtleties that others miss, enriching your world. So let's celebrate these unique quirks that make us who we are. Realizing that so many others share these experiences is incredibly powerful. You are not just sensitive, you are perceptive, compassionate, and deeply connected. You are awesome.